Hey, Aries, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your December 2024 career and money reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Aries, how are you ending the year 2024? I certainly see some of you, there is an actual ending coming in here if it hasn't already, because you're starting off with the 10 of Swords. And you also have the Coffin card. So there most certainly could be some new beginning showing up for you. This could be a job that has ended, but I have a feeling this is by your own accord. So I don't see necessarily a tower. Of course, we haven't even pulled out all your cards yet, but I feel like this is something you are wanting to shift in your world. And I feel like this is for the better because you're really aligning with more peace. You have the Peacemaker card, you have spirituality, and you also have here the tools, the cutlery. And you have the ornaments, which is my December energy. So this could be retirement. Some of you, the ending has to do with leaving the corporate world. For others of you, I feel like you're shifting your financial flow in some way. Perhaps there's been a cutoff in this area, but it's actually going to open up a new line or a new avenue in a different direction. So I feel like this ending is favorable. Even though I'm seeing some fours showing up here, fours are all about structure, planning, and foundation. So you're restructuring at this time. You're taking a look at what aligns with you spiritually. And I feel like there's some big things coming in. Look at, you have Epiphany here with the Hermit showing up. So there's a moment of truth for you as we wind down the year. This is also going to allow you to move fully forward into 2025. I'm getting with more ease. Okay, you have the 6 of Swords. That's how you're feeling. Like I said, I'm not getting a massive tower. I'm not seeing that this is something out of the blue, like a job loss. Yes, some of you may have been in the midst of that, but I see that this is a choice you are making that is beneficial to you and to your future. So let's just get your final 2 cards out here, and boom, there's your new beginning. And what's the outcome here, Spirit? What is the outcome, please, for Aries? All right, we're going to just keep that one up here. Bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Cups. Make a wish. Dreams become a reality, a joyful time. That's what I see you stepping into as you close the chapter of 2024. Some of you, this has been a very profound year. Maybe it was very challenging, because I have a feeling this coffin is putting a close to it all, like stamping it away and saying, all right, I'm entering into a new time, a new shift. And some of you may have even dealt with a loss of a job in 2024, or a loss of a loved one, a family member. This could be massive shifts and changes. Now, I do see the ending card here again, and the 10 showing up right off the bat, but I'm going to read that to you right away, because it says, a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. And again, that's how you're showing up. You're showing up with, all right, I'm done with 2024. It has been one heck of a ride. And I feel like 2025 is going to be significant for you as well. But it feels like you're able to fully put something in the past here. And I actually like this 10 of Swords, because you can see she's taking a bow. She's gracefully bowing out. So for some of you, this is you're doing, right? You played the stage, you got up there, you played your role, maybe in a company dynamic, or, in a situation where it could have been very difficult for you. But I do see here you kind of gracefully just checking out or bowing out of something here, and you're excited about where the future lies. Now, your first card out was the peacemaker. The peacemaker talks of politics, negotiations, unions, contracts, or any other peacemaking careers. Some of you could work for a governing agency. You could be a mediator in some way, or you're definitely a light worker who has come to raise the vibration of the planet, come to bring more peace. And you may be feeling that a lot has happened in 2024. A lot has happened in the last couple of months. But I see here that you are being called to apply diplomacy to the situation. That's why the Ten of Swords is gracefully taking a bow. It's like, okay, I understand that there's a situation occurring here, but I'm going to move forward with my head held high. And I see you doing just that with the peacemaker. Some of you could even be lawyers. You could be judges. You may be in, I'm getting like police academy or correctional institution. Maybe you're a CO officer. You work in corrections. For others of you, I feel like there is a negotiation taking place here. And if a negotiation isn't something that turns out in the way that you would hope, I feel like you're shifting gears. You're going to go elsewhere and say, wait a second, that's not really a negotiation that's benefiting me. So I'm just going to politely decline the offer and move to where there can be negotiations that are fair, that are balanced, and that are in more peace and more harmony here. Approaching situations with a win-win attitude when making business deals. Now, spirituality showed up right behind it, and it says use money magic spells to increase wealth and prosperity. For some of you, you are called to be a spiritual advisor. Okay, this is a healer, a tarot reader, or anything in the occult. This is really about you possibly turning this into a spiritually based business. For others of you, this is really diving into your higher self and asking some of the bigger questions. Asking yourself, what do I want my 2025 vision to look like? And I feel like you've been doing a lot of praying here. You are being guided to discover your unique spiritual path right now. And even if that seems like it's so far off the beaten path, I feel like you are called to explore your curiosities. Yes, you're called to explore your curiosities because there is an opportunity here for you to take a new approach, take a new direction, and bring about a shift that feels more aligned with your skills, because the cutlery is all about the skills. This reminds me of the magician energy, business tools, needing more money. Some of you are wondering, where's that spoon? You see the knife, you see the fork, you see the spoon. And as I always say when this card shows up, it's really hard to eat soup with a fork. You need that spoon. And sometimes we're trying to do just that. We're trying to eat the spoon, or excuse me, eat the soup with a fork, and we're just not doing it right. It just doesn't feel right, right? We need the right tool. And I feel for some of you, you're like, wait a second, I need to either get the spoon or I need to switch the meal. And I feel like that's what you are weighing up at this time. What other tool do I need, or do I need to switch this opportunity that I'm in right now? Do I need to get rid of it altogether? And that's kind of what I see here is a lot of you maybe even taking a new class or advancing upon a skill, or you have this new idea. And I feel like it's important that you explore that a little bit. I keep getting exploration for you. And it may be something that you've already been kind of leaning towards is what I'm getting. Now, this is about living well. Aries, I feel like you are someone who you work very hard. You are going to live a life where you live well and you're able to share your knowledge and your expertise and your gifts with others. You may be the sole provider. This could also be more work coming in for you in 2025. If you've hit a little bit of a stagnant time, I see that there's a new opportunity on the other side of this. That's why we have the 10 of Swords, for you to really seek out other possibilities, other options here that could generate new income. Now, your final card here is the ornaments, and this is my December energy. So it feels like there are celebrations as we near the close of the month. And of course, there are celebrations as we get together with family. For some of you, you could be celebrating the holiday time. This is also retirement, maybe even extra money coming in here, bonuses. I'm getting sales. So some of you, you could be in sales, or if you are a business owner, you could be putting out maybe a holiday sale. This is mature investments as well. So what you've invested in is growing. There's something here about growing investments. And I see that you may have even moved some investments around, and you're going to see them growing more so with the new opportunity that you've put them in. Okay. Some of you could work in retail, beauty, or finish work. But this is a beautiful celebration come December or the end of the month. And I feel like you are coming into the new year on a high note. I love to see the ornament card, and I'm excited to share your outcome with you. So again, starting off, you do have the 10 of Swords. You've grown a lot. Now, bottom of the deck here, you actually have the growth card, and it says, expect good money flow, a raise, or a new offer. Now, 10s are endings bringing in new beginnings. It is important to unlearn, to grow as rules continue to morph and change. So what I do see here for you is the King of Swords showing up in your energy. Sometimes that King of Swords is old school, right? He's old school with some old thoughts, some old systems, but I feel like you are jumping on the new bandwagon, right? That could even be something you are putting an end to. If this isn't an actual job, some of you are putting an end to old ways of thinking. 10 of Swords. And I feel like there's a lot of expansion here. Maybe you're getting on board with AI. Perhaps there's some new systems that you could work with in your career or in your business. Maybe time management, or, allowing you to work smarter, not harder. And it does say here, try not to delay the growth, because the process of healing, the process of even getting uncomfortable at times with the beginning of things is part of growth, right? If we are uncomfortable, it means we're growing. And I see that, yes, there may have certainly been something that you've had to get uncomfortable with, but I feel like you're finally able to put that past you. And it feels like your confidence is building up here. Now, what's crossing your path is the Four of Pentacles. For some of you, there may have been a shift with resources or finances. This can also be about hoarding, debt, or scarcity mindset, right? The mindset of there's not enough. What do we do when that fear rushes in? We gobble up all the toilet paper. We go get everything we can because we fear, right? That false evidence appearing real. We fear that we're not going to have enough. There's lack of mentality. And I feel like that's something you've really worked on bringing balance into your belief system is, okay, I am supported. I have enough. And I see that you are taking a look at how you spend. This is taking a look at what you are spending your money on. You're taking a look at your cash flow, what's coming in, what's going out. And it says here, when you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change. Remember, we talked about that King of Swords. Sometimes he can be very headstrong, very inflexible. And also, he can be a little skeptical that things have the opportunity to change for the better, especially if he's been doing the same thing for 50 years and it's been working, right? Or maybe it hasn't been working, but that's what he knows. I see here that there's a new opportunity. There's something worth exploring or looking into here for you, Aries. Extremes in how you save or spend money. So there is a restructuring going on. And for some of you, it is going to require you to let go of the rein a bit. Because when we're yanking on that rein, right, what's the horse going to do? It's going to buck up. And I feel like there's something that it may have already bucked up for you. And it may be now that you're releasing, you're leaving something to the past and you're saying, I'm going to go with the flow more because whatever I was resisting caused there to be a bit of a backfire, and that backfire isn't good, right? I learned from it. It made me uncomfortable, but now I'm going to restructure and I'm going to look at things from a new perspective. Now, what's below you? Aries, we have the King of Raphael. This is the King of Cups. I see that you're someone who is very warm. You're very generous. You're very honorable and refined. And as I'm looking at the words, Spirit just added a word here, and the word is teachable. So it feels like even though you may have told yourself, or perhaps there's a stuck or limited belief of you can't teach an old dog new tricks, or perhaps I can't learn this, right? It's very difficult for someone to learn. And maybe that's a belief that they have that is causing procrastination when it comes to a new skill or new operations. And I feel like that's not the truth. Spirit is saying here, you are teachable. It says, yes, it is safe to trust. You have the ability to accomplish many things at once. That may be a superpower for some of you, to get many things done. But I also see it's important for you to follow your creative passions, because that's what the King of Cups is all about. He is someone who is very passionate, very creative. He's very supportive and emotionally intelligent as well. So I feel like you have the skills, you have the tools. That's why you have the cutlery here. So it could be that you're applying your skills elsewhere, or it's time for you to wrap up maybe an old project so you can give more time and invest your energy into this new creative opportunity here for you. All right. Now, in the recent past, there has been some sort of shift that took place quickly. You have the Eight of Wands here, which is the second fastest energy in tarot aside from the Chariot. And it says there's a great deal of activity. For some of you in the recent past, there's been some immediate and sudden results. There may have been an aha moment. There may have been important communication that came in that was delivered. This could even be through spirit. It could be a psychic download. For others of you, perhaps you were told your business was relocating or your company was being bought out, expanded. Someone could have left the company. You may have had a new client that came in out of the blue, right? So this is sudden and immediacy in a sense, and there could even be a move, travel, or relocating involved in this. But I feel for a lot of you, this has to do with some sort of communication that put a little bit of spin on things. Yeah, put a bit of a spin on things. And I feel like that spin is why you're now able to close the door, right? It may have been a conversation or message or communication that caused a situation to fully allow for liberation. It finally allowed you to be free of something here. Now, what's coming in above you, the Four of Cups, this is a turning point. It says, seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. And I see here again with this King of Cups, you are someone who is emotionally intelligent. But of course, that means we have big emotions. That's how we become emotionally intelligent, is having a wide variety of emotions that we get to experience. Excuse me. And I do see that some of you, you came down to earth before you incarnated. You said, all right, Spirit, I'm going to map out my life. I have this divine blueprint. And Spirit said, okay, but you're going to have a million different emotions, including, happiness and sorrow and heartbreak and disappointment and euphoria and nirvana. You're going to experience all of these human emotions. Do you accept? And I feel like you said, sign me up. I'm on board. But it's so different sometimes when we get here to planet Earth and we start going through those emotions, because some are really big. Some are really big and they can feel quite overwhelming at times. But I see here that you go back to that centered energy of the King of Cups and you remember your soul contract. You remember that you made a pact with yourself, right? That's why you have spirituality showing up here, Aries, and you have the peacemaker as well. You're remembering your mission here on earth to raise the vibration and for you to follow the lead of the heart. And I feel like you are seeking out magic. And that's why there's a new opportunity coming in here for you. So check out those other possibilities, because I feel like there's something quite profound happening for you in the near future, because you have the epiphany, you have the hermit. This is introspection. It's enlightenment, joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. Aries, a lot of you are the lighthouse. That is your mission here on earth. It's you being the light. And sometimes that light can cause a lot of gossip, right? It can cause a lot of highs and lows, because people from all over, right, are attracted to that lighthouse. And people from all over may have something to say, or an opinion, or a judgment, or a criticism, right? But I feel like you are still meant to shine that light no matter what energy is coming at you. And I see here you've gone through, some of you, a dark night of the soul. You've gone through a lot of shifts financially. Some of you may have even lost it all. Maybe there was some sort of bankruptcy, or there was a foreclosure, or you had to start from scratch. Maybe there was a divorce. But I feel like through that uncomfortability, right, that's when your biggest growth happened. And it even put you back to a place of your true spiritual soul self, because sometimes that's when we really awaken to our higher good. Let's look at you. How are you doing here? Six of Swords. You're ready for a new journey. It's the light at the end of the tunnel, right? There's the lighthouse, so to speak, but it says breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. This could be travel or relocating. Some of you are traveling in the month of December. Some of you are shifting gears. You may have a new opportunity for employment elsewhere. This could also be a shift within the company, is what I'm hearing for some of you. I'm also hearing the name Randy or Randall. Did that come up in your last reading? I'm not sure. I feel like that name's pretty common. It's probably come up before, but Randall or Randy? I mean, it could be Randall Avenue as well, so take that as it resonates. But you're moving on, and I feel like you were in something that was pretty stormy. I mean, look at this guy. He is taking that ship to calmer waters, but he sure went through choppy waters. What did he go through? He went through the Five of Swords, right? Five of Swords is not fun. It's deceit, it's anger, it's rage, it's a battle of the egos, basically. It can be dominance and control that come at a cost. And I feel like you jumped ship, or you're about to. Now, in your environment, Aries, you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is very principled. He's very rational, very ambitious, and very respected. So I feel like this is actually two different sides of yourself, even. I mean, yes, we'll talk about if this is someone else in your energy. King of Swords, it could be someone that you were dealing with that you had communication with the Eight of Swords, and I feel like that, or excuse me, the Eight of Wands, and maybe that communication didn't go as planned or as desired, and it's caused you to jump ship elsewhere. But for a lot of you, this is a part of yourself being very logical, being very principled and rational. And I also feel like you are sticking to your integrity. There's something here about your morals and your values, and if they don't jive, if they don't align with who you're working with, what you're doing, if they don't align with, how you're being compensated, you're definitely exploring other opportunities here. It says wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. And that's what I see in the recent past, is there has been some sort of communication. And for a lot of you, this is direct link from spirit that brought in an aha moment, an epiphany moment Maybe while you were meditating, while you were in the shower, while you were sipping your morning cup of coffee or tea. I feel like this is a message that comes through and it's an idea, but you're then taking that idea and you're saying, okay, how can I bring this idea to life? How can I bring this suggestion or this intuitive hit, whatever this is for you, excuse me, how can you bring that to life? And I feel like it's requiring you to be teachable, right? It's requiring you to get uncomfortable. And that's not a bad thing, right? We don't grow in our comfort zone. So taking that first step, right? You don't get to the king status by staying on the couch, right? Staying on the porch. You got to get out there. And I feel for some of you, there is a shift taking place that's going to allow you to, again, advance your skills or to bring about more challenge. But this is going to pay off in a very big way. And I say that because remember, the bottom of the deck, you have that Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a wish. It's a dream becoming a reality. It's a very joyful time, but it's at the bottom of the deck, which means it's still something you are manifesting. It's still something that you are making a reality for yourself. Now, what are the hopes and fears? The Ace of Pentacles, the start of a new life. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support, a change in job or a promotion. That's what you're hoping for, right? But the fear is, what if there's a delay? What if I'm stuck in this? What if I need to really focus on balancing my material world and my spiritual well-being, but it comes at a cost? It feels like something is one-sided. So what could be one-sided is, again, material desires or spiritual well-being. And it almost feels like you're trying to balance that. You're trying to take a look at your spirituality and say, okay, this is what my higher calling is. This is my spiritual well-being. But at the same time, there's material desires that need to be fulfilled as well. And how do I bring that into balance? We certainly see that there is a new opportunity coming in. I see that twice for you because remember, what's above you is the Four of Cups. She doesn't quite see that angel that's coming up behind her as she's playing with those seashells on the shore. Try to say that line, the Sally and the seashell line 5 times, right? Have a little fun. Life isn't meant to be taken so seriously. But I feel like you are aware that there's other opportunities now, other possibilities coming in here. And I see that there's fun, right? There's fun within them. There's playfulness. There's a lighthearted energy. And that is what you are meant to kind of drop into a little more in 2025. So there's definitely a new resource showing up here for you. Now, what's the final outcome, Aries? Sally saw 6 seashells on the seashore. Is that how it goes? If you guys have one of those, I forget what they're called. If you have one, drop it below and then go ahead and read someone else's comment. Have fun with it. Try to say it out loud. It's like one of those games that you see. They're fun. Let's do that. Let's spread a little bit of cheer. All right, final outcome, Justice. Now in this deck, the 8 and the 11, and this happens sometimes where the Justice and the Strength are flipped around. So we can take this as the Strength, but in this deck, it is the Justice as well, but we're going to combine energies. So this is about fighting for justice and equality. And that's why you have the Peacemaker showing up here, Aries, right? Approach situations with that win-win attitude. Apply diplomacy and tact. But Justice does say here, rulings made in your favor. I didn't say that. Justice says that. There's rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. And some of you, that's difficult at times with the coffin card because you may have just wanted to give up. You may be tired. I'm talking soul tired. You're like, Mel, I know I don't want to give up. I need to keep going and put one foot in front of the other, but I'm tired. I've been hearing that a lot lately. But Spirit is saying, don't give up. You have the strength, right? That's where we're going to blend in that determination and that self-control. And we're going to overcome difficulty here. because you have the courage to face fears and give a challenge a wink and say, all right, I got one more fight left in me. And that's the fight that's going to be worth it all, right? And this does say justice and equality. So this could certainly be a legal situation. For others of you, it does have to do with the peace part, the spiritual piece, balancing up, what did we say? Material desire and spiritual well-being, finally being able to have both of those played out, instead of feeling like you're leaning so far into one or the other, staying in that job because it pays, but it's destroying your spiritual well-being, right? Or really needing to focus on the spiritual part, but not having the money to be able to live life. And it just feels like there's been a little bit of an imbalance. Well, congratulations, Aries. Something is coming back into justice here for you. Beautiful. All right. Let's take a look and get a message from the wisdom of the oracle. What do we have here for you, Aries? Wisdom of the oracle. Woo! Time for a nap, as we're talking about soul tired, right? 24. This does seem to be a month where you can rest a little bit. And I know as we near the end of the year, sometimes there's deadlines and then there's holidays, and it can be very hectic and very chaotic, but I feel a little bit different for you this year. I feel like there's something you are going easy on or having fun on, right? It feels like there's simplicity this time around than maybe there has been in the past, or at least that's what's called for. Rest, rejuvenation, and renewal. Maybe temporary non-action, allowing your dreams to arise. And the prosperity message, Aries, is this. This is a great time to take a break from your busy schedule and allow yourself the opportunity to step back. Your plans are meant to be put on ice. Your goals can wait. Dream, imagine, and let go of attachments to any outcome now. Meditate. Take a holiday if you can. Things will speed up soon enough after a break. And December is known for a big break month, right? I mean, that's a lot of times when children are out of school, there can be a leave at your work. It's just a really wonderful time for you to just relax, just allow the opportunities to step back, right? And it says after the break, and I feel like that's going into the new year, right? This is you having big epiphanies. It says this, epiphanies have an amazing way of arising. You have the word epiphany showing up in the near future. It says epiphanies have an amazing way of arising when you take your focus off your to-do list and allow yourself to rest. I love that for you. Doesn't that sound good? Aries, doesn't that sound great when you roll into one of the busiest times of the year that you can actually just have fun instead of focusing on the to-do list and focusing on doing 1,050 different things? This is a work smarter, not harder type of month for you. That's what I'm getting here. I am going to read the protection message, the reversal, because I'm seeing still a little bit of stuck energy with the 10 of Swords as we're nearing towards wanting that beginning. It's coming here, but sometimes we need to step back from the noise. And it says here, you are a human being, not a human doing. Is it possible you're suffering from workaholism? Could you be the one who thinks it's your job to save everyone, to be there for everyone, and to go, 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 go until you can barely see straight? You've gone as far as you can. You've worked hard and nourished people and projects, but now you're an empty well and you don't have reserve for others or for yourself. Don't let your ego keep you going at full speed. Okay, that could also be the Eight of Wands, right? A lot of activity going on here. You don't want the ego to keep you going full speed when your body and spirit need to rest. So not only is that come up from spirit, but now it's showing up in your cards. So there's a double confirmation here. Exhaustion could be calling you to stop what you're doing altogether and take a break, because if you don't, that can manifest as dis-ease, right? Also known as disease or total overwhelm. You will feel like a new person if you take that break. Do it now. That is what you are being called to work with this month. or in the month of December. All right, and at this time, we're going to get a message from your spirit animals. So Aries, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep inhale through your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big breath in. Hold it as long as you can. And release through the mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes still closed, please tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps your animal is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge. One that's visited your dreams or recently crossed your path in the great outdoors. This could also be a loving companion animal that you have currently by your side or at your home. There is no right or wrong answer, Aries. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals, whether you had one or more than one, drop them below in the comment section, and I personally will enter you into that giveaway. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss when that shows up on the first of the month. All right, and also drop your... Again, I forget what they're called, the Sally Saw 6 seashells. If you have one of those, I read all the comments. I will try them, right? I will say them out loud. I will read them. Drop it below. That will also get you into the free reading giveaway. Okay, we have card 40. Some of you could be 40 years old, 66 years old, 37 years old, or born on the 27th. We have Mouse Spirit. Tend to some of the small things, right? Some of the small things, because those will help you. And I'm getting also tending to the small things is going to be pivotal when it comes to taking care of you. So sometimes, like, we forget to eat. We forget to take a break. We forget to stay hydrated when we're constantly on the go, right? Or we're nurturing others. It's important for you to tend to those small things. Mouse Spirit. Some of you may have had, I'm actually seeing someone jumping up on a piece of furniture because maybe there was a mouse, all right? Or some of you hearing the word mouse gives you the heebie-jeebies, but I feel like someone may have caught a mouse. Maybe you have a cat. For others of you, if you have a mouse in your house, I feel like you will tend to that, okay? That you will tend to that. We have Fox Spirit, card 27, thinking on your feet. This is giving me King of Swords vibes, right? Very logical, very intelligent, very wise. You may have these ideas that come through and you may have to act upon them. But of course, take that break, take that time to do so, whether it is a day off of work, it could be a weekend getaway, it could be a full week. If you take some time to break, right, you're going to come back feeling renewed and refreshed, and you could even see things from a new perspective, and that new perspective is going to help you out big time, is what I'm getting here for you. You have White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. So that's the second time we've heard that here. Trust in the magic, or look for the magic. Remember, it's coming in. 4 of Cups is a turning point. Some of you may have been frustrated, frustrated on the lack of inspiration or the lack of energy. You may have even felt stagnant or focused on the past, right? That's shifting here. As the new year shifts into play, right? I feel like so is your mind. And so is the energy. We'll be entering into a 9 global year, which is very powerful because it's about completions, endings, bringing in new beginnings, setting us up for the next 9-year cycle. Trust in the magic. And then lastly, there's that Leo energy of strength. The lion spirit says, be generous of spirit. This means allow spirit to guide you, right? Allow yourself to trust in the magic of the universe. This also gives you that extra strength to overcome any difficulties, to face some fears, and to not doubt yourself, your skills, and your abilities here, Aries, because you have more than enough. And Spirit is saying here, be generous with yourself, your gifts, your skills, because the universe is going to be generous in return. All right, beautiful. Last but not least, let's get a final message here from the Soul's Truth. Final message for Aries. What does Aries need to know? What soul work can we give Aries to help with your career, finances, money, and abundance? We have. Are you focused on what you are losing or gaining? Are you going through some change? Are you scared to let go? There's that 4 of Pentacles here too that I see challenging you, right? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings. Today, make a list of all the things you will gain from going through the change that you're going through. Feel your heart, take a breath, and deepen into trust. Amazing things are coming in. Beautiful. And lastly here, Aries, do you believe you're worthy? You are worthy. You are deserving, and you are loved. Start seeing the divine beauty within you and go out and claim the life you've dreamt up, right? As Maya Angelou says, your crown has been bought and paid for. Put it on your head and wear it. Today's soul action. For a big goal or dream that you have, ask yourself, do I feel worthy of this? And whatever belief that you have, if it's limiting you, I want you to replace that belief with I am worthy of it all. Because you absolutely are. That is what I have for you, Aries. A big turnaround month. I feel like you're ending the year in a much better headspace. You are ending the year with more balance, and I'm getting rediscovery as well. There's a part of you that you are rediscovering, and as you open yourself up to the new energy that a new year brings in, don't be surprised if there are more than one epiphanies that show up, more than one aha moments, and then you start to really see other possibilities. You're coming out of stagnation. You're coming out of possibly one of the most challenging years that you've had, 2024. I'm getting even 2023. And I feel like you're shifting in a big way. So trust that life is happening for you, not to you, and that you are brave and you are worthy of the change that's coming in. Thank you again, Aries. Please do drop your power animals in the comment section below. Drop your tongue twister below as well to be entered into that giveaway. And if you like the message, please give it a thumbs up. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. And I'm sending all of you lots of love.